Welcome back to Inside Story. The Diaoyutai Islands dispute has touched off an unprecedented wave of Chinese nationalism. But how is it affecting Japanese citizens who live and work in the territory? Inside Story catches up with some members in the Japanese community to try to find out. And we discover many feel they're fighting what seems to be a winless battle against the legacy of Japan's wartime history. The Japanese come here to do more than just rest and relaxation. For the nearly 800,000 Japanese visitors who come here every year, it's a place to shop and spend. But for others, the territory has been the land of rising opportunities.
It was very difficult to adjust because 2 years ago, before I came to Hong Kong, I was in Scotland. Scotland is so quiet, and it's more not so many people.
Yoji Watabe has been calling Hong Kong home for the last 17 years. He runs his own company in Wan Chai. But with the ongoing protests against Japan concerning the Diaoyutai Islands, Watabe and a countless number of other Japanese nationals like him are feeling the friction over the issue.
I'm quite concerned because 10 years ago I was the same experience in Hong Kong. At that time it's a textbook, in the high school textbook, was many Hong Kong people protected, like boycott Japanese goods, and then like taxi refuse Japanese get in. So, and also that time was more serious than this time, I feel, because we had been received a letter from Japanese consul that time, do not go out from home unless we had something important things.
The Watabes plan to stay in Hong Kong as long as they can, having been able to overcome any language or cultural barriers.
Now it's completely strange. It's I look like foreigners in Japan because it's really I feel very strange to stay in Tokyo, Osaka, or anywhere in Japan. So I feel back to Hong Kong is more comfortable.
That's it. And a growing number of Japanese living here are trying to make life more comfortable by learning the language. However, the flare-up over the Diaoyutai Islands is a cause for uneasiness within the Japanese community. It also appears the controversy over the Diaoyus is getting limited coverage back in Japan. But according to Shigeo Takahashi, the Japanese media in Hong Kong are reporting on what's happening here. Takahashi has been working in Hong Kong for over 2 years as a journalist for a Japanese television company.
Many Japanese mass media already covered this news. I think not so much, not so limited. The many mass media, including me, and many journalists in Hong Kong, of course, many journalists in Japan, covering news about Diaoyutai Islands.
What about the protests here in Hong Kong? They've been continuing.
Yes, of course. Yes, last Sunday, I also went to the Chartered Park to shoot the mass rally and the demonstration to Shooton Stadium. So we are also every day follow up this news.
Shigehiro Ahara has been watching the protests closely. The 14-year residence company is involved in helping Japanese nationals find work in Hong Kong.
I think a lot of Japanese people understand this and aren't afraid to come here because Hong Kong is a big attraction for the Japanese, and there are other reasons. For one, Hong Kong is an international city, and for business in China, Hong Kong is very important.
And that's what attracted Hidekazu Fujiwara to the territory 4 years ago.
日本政府而家嘅日本政府同埋50年前完全唔同。有啲人話：哎呀，日本人好衰啊！日本軍國主義啊！燒晒日本國旗啊！覺得咧，我都係日本人，睇呢啲報紙或者電視節目咧，都唔舒服。其實邊個啱邊個唔啱，我都唔清楚。
What is clear is that it will likely be some time before the legacy of Japan's past aggression can emerge from the darker chapters of Asia's wartime history.